An old woman was sorting through her husband's belongings, suddenly found a strange videotape. She was shocked when she saw what was on it. She saw a woman being tortured. This is not like a movie at all. It was a real case. She couldn't understand how her husband, who had always been so honest, could have this tape. Is the person who shot the video her husband? In order to find out the truth, the old woman paid a high price to hire a private detective to investigate the matter. The detective opened the video with curiosity. He watched it with fear and anxiety, but did not recognize the truth of the matter. The detective suggested that the videotape to the police investigation, but the old woman objected. Because they are a famous local family, they couldn't let this affect their family's reputation. Finally, after discussion, they came up with a plan to identify the video. That is to find out the identity of the victimized woman in the video and who shot it. The old woman just wants the truth, but she didn't realize that the investigation would lead to an even more shocking secret. The next day, the detective first came to the Population Research Center, handed the woman's portrait in the video to the staff. Want to investigate whether this woman is still alive, but the staff said that nearly 1 million people go missing every year. Trying to find the woman from these missing people is like looking for a needle in a haystack. The detective thought he should start with the contents of the videotape, so he copied the contents of the videotape onto his computer. He scrutinized it for clues. That's when he found a series of numbers. It must have been made 20 years ago, so the detective reported the information to the old woman, and asked her to look into her husband's spending records 20 years ago, to see if there's anything out of the ordinary. Then he printed out all the key images from the video, and found another detail in the photos. The killer had a tattoo of 5 stars on his hand. This was the key to finding the murderer. After a month of searching, detectives finally found information about the woman in the video in the files of the missing persons. The woman's name is Mary. She disappeared 20 years ago, and she was 16 years old when she disappeared. That means, the woman's appearance in the videotape is the last moment of her life. So, the content of the video is basically true. The detective was horrified at the thought. He immediately drove to Mary's home to investigate.